Welcome back to the channel. We've all heard about and perhaps seen the major new features coming to iOS 18, but here's a number of tucked away new features that even I didn't see when first diving into the iOS 18 beta, such as using Apple Pay in third-party browsers and formatting external USB-C drives to some additional really cool nerdy features. So check it out. So our first nerdy feature is sharing your Wi-Fi password by QR code. You just go into the new passwords app, you pick your Wi-Fi, click on Show Network QR Code, and there you go. The other person just opens their camera app, holds it up, and looks at this with their phone, and then the Wi-Fi password will be shared. Next is a little known feature called vocal shortcuts. So if we go into settings, accessibility, and we go down to vocal shortcuts, you'll go ahead and set up the vocal shortcut, say what you want to do. Let's just say open camera, click on camera, add your custom phrase. We'll say open camera. Go to next. Open camera. Open camera. Open camera. Now it's done. So let's say we go here and we say open camera. Another little known feature is setting your charging settings to different percentages. So what I mean by that is if you go to settings, go to battery, and then go down to charging here, you could say to charge up to 80% and then it'll be fully charged, or even 85%, 90, 95, and 100. I really need my full battery, so I'm at 100, but the difference between iOS 17 allowed you to charge only to 80%, but here it gives you additional options, 85, 90, and 95, and the reason behind that is for your overall battery health. Have you ever tried recording video while you're playing music? You might want to get that music background in your video, but it'll just stop. The camera app just stops playing your music. Well, now that has changed with iOS 18, so if you go to your settings, go to camera, go to record sound, make sure this is toggled on, allow audio playback. Now, while you're playing music, you could still record video. Next new feature, I think this is a little more known, but it's still one of my top 5, I'd say, features that I love from iOS 18 is being able to send a message later and schedule it. Now, there's one caveat is when you send it, let's say you want to say hi, you go up here to send later, and you want to go, let's say, a month out. It won't let you. It only goes 2 weeks out. Now, I personally would probably only use it for within the next 24 hours. So just know that there is a limitation on sending a text up to 2 weeks later. So that's how you do it. You just hit send and you're done. Next little known feature is if you have multiple home hubs for HomeKit in your house, like you have maybe 2 Apple TVs and a HomePod, now in iOS 18, you could choose, actually it's not in settings, it's gonna be in HomeKit, so, or your HomeKit app. You could now choose a preferred home hub. So we go up here, you go to your HomeKit, your home app, you go to settings, you go down to your hubs, and then you could choose. Now, TV OS 18 has to be on your Apple TV to work, or your other on your HomePod. I don't have it currently installed on my Apple TV, but if it was, you'd see a little option here being able to choose which one I want to be connected or the primary home hub. Now here's Notes, another little known feature in Notes. Although we all know now iOS 18 allows you to transcribe notes when taking an audio recording, now you could attach files. So you can attach files here, anything you need to attach along with audio recording, that will get transcribed as well. So that's another little known feature. Another little known feature is that if you're plugged into a 5-watt charger or a really slow charger, you'll get a notification on your iPhone saying slow charger warning. Next, in Wi-Fi settings, you could continually rotate your IP address for better privacy. So I'm going to turn that on, and now I'll continually rotate your Wi-Fi address for better privacy. Now, if you use the stopwatch a lot, now you can start the stopwatch, and when you exit out of the clock there, you'll see it stays in the dynamic island and even on the lock screen. So I'll go ahead and lock and check that out. It's still going. You can see it right on the lock screen. Another little known feature is hiding the app text. So if you put it into jiggle mode, go to edit, hit customize. If you choose the large option here, see, it makes the title of each app icon disappear. And as you've probably seen in other videos, you could also make all the app icons dark, light, tinted, and you could change the color of the tint. But I like to just have it on automatic, and I'll put it back to small because I like the app titles there. Next, if you have a widget, if you hold on to it, you'll see this pop up here, and just choose this. You could turn it straight into an app icon, but you could also do it vice versa. Hold on to the app icon and turn it into a widget. Now, another customization feature that is, I think, little known is if you go into your wallpaper setting and settings, you could customize your lock screen buttons. So right here, normally you have flashlight and camera, but you can actually remove that. Let's remove flashlight, let's remove camera, and we'll add anything else. We could say dark mode, could be our shortcut here on the lock screen. Also, let's add, instead of camera, why don't we put timer? So we could add that there. So once we get our new shortcuts applied here, we're gonna hit done. We're gonna set as current. So now it's our current. I'll go ahead and lock the phone. And now you'll see we have our new shortcuts. But let's say you still want to go to the camera real quick. We'll just swipe to the left and you're in the camera. So you don't necessarily need the camera to be right here. So now you saw a number of tucked away, really cool nerdy features that may not be that well known in the iOS 18 beta. Now there's a few other features that didn't show on video that involve CarPlay. Now I have a Tesla, so I don't have CarPlay, but a couple of new CarPlay features that are really cool are that you could say, hey Siri, show me sports scores for this game, and a card will pop up showing the sports scores. Another feature with CarPlay is now before with iOS 17 and earlier, when CarPlay was activated, you couldn't record video, but now you can. And finally, if your battery's dead, your phone's dead, the clock will still show. So that's a nice little feature to have. If you have any questions, comment below. Happy to answer any questions.